Hey guys, we are back with another Daily Thoughts with David. I'm recording a lot of these all at one time because I want to make sure I'm on the ball, and I can do this at right now. It's colder than bejesus out here in Indiana. It's snowing. You might be able to see behind me. I don't know. It's snowing here in Indiana. It's very cold. There's a snowstorm coming through, so I have some time here where I can do some videos. Regardless, we are talking about UFC 286 in this video, but before we get started, I would really love it if you guys would go down below, subscribe, like the video, watch some other videos if you enjoy it, and that would really help me out a lot because I want to keep making content for you guys and keep talking to you about things that are interesting to me. UFC 286 in England. This is the card with Leon Edwards and Kamaru Usman. These guys have fought twice. They are, I believe, 1-1 now. The last fight that I watched of these two was an absolute barn burner, where Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards, I think Kamaru was kind of beating him up quite a bit, even standing on the feet. Leon is a fantastic kickboxer and is very good on his feet. However, Kamaru is just a beast of a wrestler, grappler. This is going to be a sick fight, and I love to see trilogy fights. I love to see people settle the question of who is the best once and for all. I think that's fantastic. I think the UFC put this card together, and it was and it's a great idea, and it's a great card. I would love to be there, although I've never been to this part of England, and I think it might be interesting to see how Kamaru has changed his game plan when it comes to this fight, because he was winning quite significant, maybe not significantly, he was winning by a decent margin in the last fight before he got KO'd by Leon with a head kick. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Kamaru comes out, if he's going to come out hot and heavy and try to put him away, if he's going to try to stand a bang with him, see what's going on there. I don't think Kamaru can stand with Leon. I think that's pretty obvious after the last fight. So I think Kamaru might go to his old game plan of take him down and try to submit him, or just beat the hell out of him with strikes on the ground because he doesn't want to stand with him. We're gonna see. I'm gonna put my money on. I'm honestly gonna put my money on Kamaru this time. The reason I say that is because Kamaru is a very, 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 very intelligent fighter, and I think he knows where he made a mistake, and he admitted that on Joe Rogan and other podcasts, where he admitted that, hey, this was not the best idea. I should not have stood with him in the last round. I should not have played this game plan where I stood with him that long. I need to go back to my game plan where I know I'm good at, which is on the ground. He can stand and bang all he wants, but it only took one head kick from Leon to really put him out. And so I think we really have to be observant of that. He has to be very observant of that. So I think I'm going to put my money on Kamaru. I think he's going to learn. I think he's going to learn from his last fight. I think he's going to learn, some of the ins and outs that he maybe missed last time. Maybe got a little bit too confident in the 5th round. Maybe thought he was going to go all 5 rounds, just wear him out, and he didn't have the power in the last round to put him out. Could have happened. I think he's going to learn from that, though. I really do. And I think he may be able to close this one out either sooner or be able to protect himself the entire time and grind him out with points. So the other big fight that's on this that I'm really interested in is Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. I am never going to be able to pronounce his name correctly. From Kazakhstan, so I'm not a native speaker, obviously. But this is going to be a banger of a fight. It's going to be one of the best standing fights, I think, around. The big question for me is if Justin Gaethje is going to take Rafael down. Justin has world-class wrestling and grappling, although he almost never uses it because he is such a die-hard striker. When it comes to the feet, he will stand and bang with anybody. And I really appreciate that about him, and his willingness to do that, even in a field that he doesn't think that, he's the best at. That being said, Rafael is a freaking terror when he's on his feet. I actually watched a lot of his fights over the past couple weeks, and he just puts guys out. Some of his knockouts are terrifying. That being said, he has had some lackluster fights where he just kind of, he didn't knock him out, but he really tuned him up, and then the other guy would go back and forth, and those were very entertaining fights, and I'm glad that they're fighting each other because it's going to be two very similar styles of guys who just want to get in there and beat the hell out of the other guy. But I think they're just going to be fighting in a phone booth the entire time, just going at it. I don't have a prediction for this one whatsoever, although I think Justin Gaethje is probably a tougher man in general. I'm excited to see this fight though, and I, in my opinion, I hope Justin wins, although I don't know who's going to win. I'm just a Justin Gaethje fan, so should be interesting. If either one wins, Justin's already fought Dustin Poirier, but I would love to see Rafael fight Dustin, or possibly a Chandler or a Connor after their fight is done. That'd be a really interesting fight. Gaethje versus Connor would be interesting. It's going to be a good time. So this next UFC this weekend, I will definitely be watching the fights, and I'll update you guys on that after that. So next week we'll talk about UFC 286 and what happened. Besides that, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think of UFC 286. And let me know what you think about the fights over the weekend. MVP put some guy down with a knee kick that absolutely obliterated his leg. I thought that was super cool. That's probably the biggest highlight of the weekend. Let me know what you think about those fights. Let me know what you think about UFC 286. And if you have any other UFC cards, either fight nights or UFC events that are coming up that you really, really want to watch or talk about. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.